Your Steve Jones Show podcast is loading now. The Steve Jones Show podcast is sponsored by Sunbury Motors, North 4th Street in Sunbury, and Sunbury Motors Kia, routes 11 and 15 in Hummel's Wharf.
Jeff, Cale came in with the idea. He says, look, we're going to have fun, wrestle hard, we're going to be committed. Nothing's changed in all these years, and how important has that been? That approach been with this team?
Yeah, I think it's been absolutely critical. I just got done talking with Roman Bravo Young, and I asked him, do you approach this because it's your final tournament any differently than you do anything else? And he goes, well, no, Coach Cale wouldn't allow it. He goes, we just approach everything in the exact same way. We're just going to have fun, be grateful for the opportunity, and go out and compete and give it our best and hope that it's good enough. And if it's not, the sun will come up tomorrow and we move on to the next thing.
Well, what's interesting about that, though? What people need to realize is that that's the attitude that is in the program. Cale believes in it, but the practices are really hard. And that's the part that maybe is not talked about enough outside of that philosophy.
Yeah, and, it helps when you have the talent that's in that room. I mean,
right, sure.
Talking with Cale the other day, and Cale even said, sometimes I'm not sure I appreciate until you actually sit down and start looking around. And, oh, yeah, there's a couple-time world champion. Oh, there's an Olympic gold medalist. And you start adding up all the national titles. And, yeah, that room, I mean, you're not going to face any better competition anywhere in the world, let alone in the country, than you're facing in that room. So, yeah, that is terrific preparation. When you're getting to wrestle guys like David Taylor and Bo Nickel and Zane Rutherford on a regular basis, yeah, then you go out and you're wrestling college kids who are obviously very good, and they're training with great partners too. But, I mean, they're not doing anything that those guys aren't able to do against you. And so, yeah, it is as good a preparation as you could possibly have for what these guys are going to face this weekend.
Realistically, could they get as many as 6 national champions?
Yeah, I think, yes. I think if everything goes right, if Maxine rebounds and wins what I think is just as wide open a weight class as I can ever remember seeing at the NCAA tournament, yeah, I mean, I think that is a possibility. Again, everybody would have to hit right and, come up big. But, yeah, and I even think Bo Bartlett, I think there's a chance for 7 in the finals, if you're dreaming big. But, yeah, I think realistically probably 6 national champions would be the ceiling, and that's something that's never been done before. So, obviously, it would be a remarkable accomplishment. As I keep trying to tell people, truthfully, if you get 2 or 3 champions, that is a remarkable season. Yes. It's just the standard has been set, the bar has been set so high here that it's almost, people are going to be disappointed if you only have 3 champions this year.
Right. No, exactly. What has allowed Levi Haines to fit in with this group of champions?
Cal, Steve, I really think it's one of the most amazing things that I've seen in Cale's tenure. And obviously we've seen a lot of unbelievable wrestlers come through and great kids and the whole bit. But for Levi Haines to do what he is doing at 18 years old in this era where you have 6th and 7th year guys competing is truly unreal. And, Levi is just a great competitor, knows the sport, has a tremendous passion for the sport, but it comes back to that same attitude. He just loves getting better, challenging himself every day. He embraces the grind, and he enjoys, he has a real passion for the sport. He enjoys every opportunity in the room, in competition, and he's a gamer. I mean, he's everything that the great ones have been at Penn State, but he's just remarkably mature for where he's at in terms of his overall development, both as a wrestler and as a human being. I don't know that I've seen an 18-year-old be able to embrace the opportunity the way this kid has. And it's, he has tremendous natural talent. There's no question. But it is that mental attitude that he has that I think really separates him.
Penn State basketball is out in West Des Moines, and I was saying earlier this hotel has been great because really there's nobody out here with them, right? So they can just kind of go about their business. How do they go about their business considering they are the stars of their sport?
Yeah, they try to keep it very separated. They're working out at a local high school and not over at the main arena. They just try to really limit the distractions and just make it about themselves and having fun. And talking about the consistency, I mean, they do that throughout the season, too. As often as possible, they'll try to get, away from the arenas and just be able to focus, again, on themselves and just be themselves, have fun, and enjoy, again, the process. But, yeah, Penn State very much tries to keep their kids just isolated from everything and just, so that they can just focus in on each other, being there to support each other, and going out and having the best tournament they can.
Well, everybody up here in Des Moines is thrilled and excited for another Penn State Wrestling National Championship. So you get a lot of support up here. So, Jeff, have a great time in Tulsa, and let's see if they can do it again for a 10th time under Cale.
Well, thanks very much, Steve. And I can tell you that the entire wrestling program is beyond thrilled for the basketball team. And I know we were kind of happy to see the late tip-off tomorrow night, because I know a lot of us are going to be heading back to the hotel to watch that game.
Well, believe me, I'm going to be locked in watching wrestling on my iPad during the day, so I can tell you that. Hey, Jeff, thanks so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Steve. Right back at you.